Right now it's 6. A member of an Eau Claire drug ring is sentenced in court today. And a La Crosse County program is connecting families with stable housing.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. One alleged member of an Eau Claire drug ring was sentenced in Eau Claire County Court this morning. As part of a plea deal, Elena Sosa Ochoa pleaded no contest to possession with intent to deliver more than 40 grams of cocaine and threats to injure or accuse of a crime. She allegedly tried to help her son, Hector Jimenez Sosa, recover cocaine he sent to an ex-girlfriend's address. This morning, the judge found Ochoa guilty and sentenced her to 5 years of probation.
Yeah, we actually had thunderstorms this morning, kind of broke up, had some sun, but now we've had a couple lines of thunderstorms coming through right now. Some strong. You can see outside right now we have one just to the west of La Crosse, too. That's one line we're seeing. Right now there are no severe thunderstorm warnings. We had two, but they have expired. The white area is kind of for some stronger storms. And you can see on radar there's two ones. One line that's pushed northeast of I-94 and the other one that is approaching it, and that extends all the way down to La Crosse and further south. So far, a lot of this is just strong thunderstorms. That was a severe storm that we had pushed across just northeast of Decorah. It is weakening, but we still could see some pea-sized hail, some gusty winds out of any of this activity, but it's not going to probably last too much longer as it pushes off. Eau Claire's probably got another couple hours to go with it. As we time that out, we'll see all this activity really push east or diminish here by 9, and by 10 we'll start seeing probably clearing skies, but still can't rule out a shower all the way through about midnight, and as we go through past midnight to tomorrow morning, which is clearing skies and temperatures falling back in the 40s, which is good news because we are going to see dry conditions for Wednesday. Unfortunately, it's not going to last too long as we're going to see probably showers come back for Wednesday night into Thursday, and we'll kind of time that out a bit later in the broadcast.
And that's how the story has been as of late.
Eventually,
rain,
yes, it's been
dry,
going back
rain,
and
dry.
forth.
Okay, Thank you, Greg. A collaborative program is providing homes for families who've experienced housing insecurity before. News 8 Now's Allison Fergut explains how the unique program will continue to benefit the area for decades. Allison.
Emily, the Thriving Families program started last year. That's after the county allocated part of its ARPA funding to address family homelessness. Now a number of area families have a new place to call home.
A unique path forward in finding housing. Through a $3 million grant allocation, Cooley Cap and Catholic Charities are providing La Crosse County residents with stable housing.
Housing is a huge need in our community, especially for families who are poor or are on limited incomes.
The program is an ongoing collaborative effort. Cooley Cap and Catholic Charities buy properties and prepare them for a family to move into.
We may have to make some repairs to that property, make sure that it's safe, especially for children.
Families are then referred to the program and face no barriers before accessing their new home.
There is no rental application. There is no background check or credits check.
The La Crosse Area Family Collaborative helps with the transition. The group provides ongoing support to the families while they're in their new housing.
We build a sustainable housing plan, and then from there, it's all the other stuff. It's mental health navigation for kids and parents. It's employment readiness.
They're getting support in meeting their other goals, financial goals, educational goals, work goals.
The county says so far 11 units have been purchased between Cooley Cap and Catholic Charities, and 4 families have officially moved in. Without the cloud of housing insecurity hanging over their heads, families are able to focus on the future.
What we've seen, these families that really engage with their social workers, preparing and building for a better future instead of just constantly surviving.
The housing isn't a permanent solution for the families.
The idea is that the family can move in, can stay there for up to 2 years while they receive assistance before they move on to more permanent housing.
But Brown sees the program as one long-term solution as the county aims to achieve functional zero homelessness by 2029.
The county is investing in housing that will stay with the program even after those initial ARPA funds go away. So that in and of itself makes this program sustainable, and that's what makes it different.
If you are interested in getting involved with the program, you can head to Cooley Cap's website. We have that posted on our digital platforms.
Okay, thank you, Allison. The city of La Crosse is celebrating a new affordable apartment and townhome complex. The first complex in the River Point district, dubbed the Driftless, is expected to be move-in ready by December. And today the city and Redevelopment Authority held a celebration. The Driftless, managed by MSP Real Estate, will offer 100 much-needed affordable senior housing units for those ages 55 and above.
The maximum incomes for folks living here would be anywhere from 30 to 80% of the county median income. And then that rent level is then set to be about 30% of the individual's income level.
The Driftless is just one of numerous complexes that are going up in the area across from the downtown Festival Foods. River Point's project manager said the next complex to get started on will likely be the War Eagle, which will feature 59 units, as well as retail and restaurant space on the ground floor. Two wedding barn venues are suing the state of Wisconsin over recently passed alcohol laws. The Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty filed the suit this morning in Trempealeau County on behalf of two wedding barns. This comes after the passing of a new law, Act 73, which redefines what locations can serve alcohol on the property without a liquor license. Under the new law, private event spaces like wedding barns have to have a liquor license in order to allow alcohol on the property. The lawsuit alleges that the reworking of alcohol regulations in Wisconsin will have a harmful effect on how special event venues do business. The lawsuit's lead attorney says one reason they are suing the state is because Act 73 violates the Wisconsin Constitution's guarantee of equal protection under the law, which states similarly situated people placed in different classes cannot be regulated differently.
A wedding barn located in Berlin or the town of Preston is not so different than a wedding barn that'd be located, in a professional baseball or football stadium district, such that they should be regulated differently. It's nonsensical law, and we believe it violates their constitutional rights.
Feber is referring to wording in Act 73 that exempts public places like stadium parking lots from the liquor regulations if alcohol is served on the same day as a ticketed event held at the stadium. Feber hopes the lawsuit will be resolved before Act 73 takes effect on January 1st, 2026. Today, Governor Tony Evers visited Tomah to help local construction workers fill potholes. This is the fourth year the governor has gone on pothole patrol. As part of the state budget, Evers approved $100 million for local transportation improvements. Evers says he's also trying to raise awareness for construction safety, adding that 10 people died last year in work zones.
I just find that unacceptable because these people, whether they're out on the highway or doing local stuff, they have things marked off. There's all sorts of things that would prevent people from, frankly, losing their lives. These people work hard. They should be able to go home after a day.
According to the Wisconsin DOT, there was one work zone crash every 4 hours in 2023. The school district of La Crosse is celebrating Youth Apprenticeship Week with an ice cream social. The week is celebrated nationwide to highlight the importance of apprenticeship programs, which give high school students the chance to get a head start on potential careers. About 64 students from La Crosse schools are participating in the program, interning or apprenticing with local businesses. Today's ice cream social was a celebration of finishing the program.
My favorite part of tonight is seeing the students with their mentors, with the people that they've been learning and working alongside for a semester or for the last school year, being able to highlight and recognize the learning, the partnership, the networking.
Some of the 16 career pathways offered through the program include healthcare, graphic design, and robotics. Stormy Daniels faces former President Trump at his New York criminal trial. Up next, what she said on the stand.
Ashley's 72-hour summer kickoff event is happening May 10th through the 12th. Get your home ready for summer with our biggest selection of hot buys, cool deals. Kick off summer in style May 10th through the 12th, only at Ashley.
Last year, our daughter blessed our family with this cute little nugget. We're supposed to leave our next generation better off, but because Washington politicians have spent our money recklessly, he starts out owing hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. It's wrong. The spending needs to stop. Unlike career politicians who drive us deeper into debt, I'll fight for him and for your children to have a better future. I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
You made a cow. Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning, and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports, and your day becomes better, and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and, you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Ashley's 72-hour summer kickoff event is happening May 10th through the 12th. Get your home ready for summer with our biggest selection of hot buys, cool deals. Kick off summer in style May 10th through the 12th, only at Ashley.
The woman at the center of Donald Trump's criminal trial in New York took the witness stand today. CBS's Michael George has more on the key testimony.
Former President Donald Trump's attorney asked for a mistrial, calling Tuesday's testimony from adult film star Stormy Daniels extraordinarily prejudicial. The judge denied the request, but did agree some things were better left unsaid. Daniels recalled meeting the former president in his hotel suite in Lake Tahoe in 2006. She testified they spoke for 2 hours, including a mention of Melania Trump. And Daniels said when she came out of the bathroom, the former president was on the bed wearing boxers and a T-shirt. She told the court they ultimately had sex, and she took a cab back to her hotel, telling very few people what had happened.
A few things the prosecution has brought out is that he never asked her to keep quiet about this. He never asked her to keep it from his wife, and these are things that the defense will want to raise later.
Trump denies the alleged encounter.
The prosecution has to establish the former president had an incentive to cover up these payments to Stormy Daniels, to make the payments and cover it up. And in order to do that, the prosecution has to show that she would have been a compelling figure had she told this story right before the election.
On the stand, Daniels detailed the financial arrangement, testifying she signed a contract in exchange for her silence, and the $130,000 payment was late. Earlier, Trump called the criminal trial unfair and said there's no smoking gun.
That's what they're trying to get us on, the fact that we call a legal expense a legal expense.
Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Trump railed against the judge's gag order on his way into court, calling it unconstitutional, but made no mention of Daniels by name. A deadly fast food item, Panera Bread stopping the production of a menu item after 2 wrongful death lawsuits. The dangers of charged lemonade when we come back.
Yeah, we got storms this evening, but then it actually is going to turn partly cloudy for Wednesday and dry conditions, but we do have more rain in the forecast. We'll time out when to expect that and what the rest of the work week looks like. All that coming up on your First One Weather Update after the break.
My son, Nick, took illicit fentanyl, which cost him his life. And knowing that my son is never coming back is the worst thing that I will have to live with for the rest of my life.
Tammy Baldwin's been with us every step of the way. She just got a major bill passed to really crack down on fentanyl. She doesn't just talk the talk, but she actually walks the walk.
I cannot tell you how much we appreciate Tammy Baldwin fighting this fight.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
My doctor says I need an MRI. But where do I go? They're so expensive.
Sensible MRI costs a few hundred, not thousands. You could fill your fridge for a year with what you save. We can get you in the next day. Think of what you could do with the time you'd save. What do you have to lose? At Sensible MRI, you choose the time, you save the money, and you rest easy having your doctor refer you to Sensible MRI.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsonsolarenergy.com or give us a call.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Hello, Eau Claire. I work for Nomo. Our official name is Nomo Smart Care. We're getting ready to launch Nomo coast to coast, but we're starting here in Eau Claire first. You guys get to learn about Nomo before anybody else and how Nomo can help your family. You're going to see messages on TV and on social media, and we're doing community events. So come say hi. We're excited about Nomo, and we're excited to be in Eau Claire. Nomo Smart Care, N-O-M-O Smart Care.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Panera Bread is eliminating charged lemonade from its menu. The caffeinated beverage has sparked multiple lawsuits and caused a public relations nightmare for the company. According to Bloomberg, the charged lemonades will come off the menu in the next 2 weeks. Panera has faced at least 3 lawsuits over the lineup of controversial drinks in recent months. Plaintiffs claimed high levels of caffeine in the product led to the deaths of 2 customers and irreversible health complications in another. The charged lemonades lineup was introduced in 2022. All right, well, showers this morning and now again this evening. Greg, when are we going to have some reprieve again?
Unfortunately, we're still in an active pattern, and that's not really going to change for this week. We have dry periods, but then wet periods. But for right now, we still got the storms going on. The good news is there's no severe thunderstorm warning out. These are for special weather statements, basically those storms that bear watching but aren't producing type of severe hail or wind gusts. And right now, just one up towards northeast of Sparta, and then there's one towards Grant County too. Everything's pushing off to the east. So that's the good news. Radar shows you that one line that was I-94 is pushed off to the north. There's another one approaching I-94 and just going through Eau Claire. That is also kind of went through La Crosse as it stretches down just north of Prairie du Chien. So all this activity continues to push northeast. With the sun going down, there won't be really that big of a severe threat. This cell, which was once severe, is now just not. They still get a pea-sized hail in any of these storms, some gusts maybe up to 40. Won't last that long, but still, if you're out and about, you will notice that, and obviously the danger with lightning too. So that evening, once a dry Wednesday, most of it should be dry. We do have more thunderstorms and showers coming in, but this looks mainly south of La Crosse, and I'll kind of show what I mean with that. Severe threat, we still have that this evening, just minor. There's also a threat maybe Wednesday night too. Once again, a very limited minor threat we'll keep an eye on. Otherwise, here's that activity pushing off. By the time we get to 9 p.m., a lot of it pushes off to the east and falls apart. There still could be a few little showers going on through about midnight, but I think overall most of it should then dissipate by about 10 at the latest. As we get towards tomorrow morning, generally clear skies for a lot of areas, some clouds to the south, but just some high clouds. Looking at temperatures getting back in the mid-40s to low 50s. Then as we work out tomorrow, mainly dry conditions, but some high clouds to the south. Allow the temperatures to get up to about 65 or so by noon. And then in the afternoon hours, we should climb into the 70s for most areas. More sun probably to the north, more high clouds to the south because we do have a next system approaching. And that'll be the story in the afternoon hours. It's just increasing clouds for areas south of La Crosse as that system gets closer. But we should remain dry all the way through most of the evening commute. You're just starting to see some of that showers and thunderstorms begin to approach the area as we get past 9 and 10. It is going to struggle to get further north, and that's really the story with the system. If you're north of I-90, especially I-94, you might not see much in the way of precipitation Wednesday night through Thursday. If you're further south, you probably will see as the low kind of pushes right to our south. By the time we get to Thursday morning, most of it pushes to the southeast. Then we're going to deal with some northerly winds that are going to keep those temperatures pretty cold or pretty chilly for this time of year, along with cloud cover and maybe a few sprinkles in the afternoon. So that's Thursday. Good news is it doesn't last that long. We'll clear out. and we go into Friday with pretty decent conditions with the next little system up to the north that'll come down. So we do have some rain for Wednesday night and Thursday, but if you're south of I-90, it looks better. If you're north, very little in the way of probably precipitation. There's your severe threat for Wednesday night. Could be some small hail, gusty winds, kind of like we saw today, something to keep a note of, but pretty far south right now, so it's not a huge deal. But overall for tonight, we do have those showers and thunderstorms that will end here. Some small hail, some gusty winds with it as it comes through. We'll have clearing skies after midnight for most areas. Plenty more sun tomorrow with temperatures getting up to the mid-70s to the south, to low 70s up to the north. Increasing clouds. We do have those rain showers coming back in for Wednesday night through Thursday with a better chance further south to go. Cool on Thursday, we improve on Friday. Saturday looks okay, but the good news is come Mother's Day, that's probably the best 2 days of the weekend, so that's the positive.
Those are the 2 days that matter, right?
Yeah,
the most
right
this
now,
week.
especially Sunday.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank you, Greg. Coming up in sports, the Timberwolves are just 2 wins away from the conference finals. Plus, many of our high school athletes were hitting the track this afternoon in Onalaska. Rob's got the highlights next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Bygoff and Rohde had your back then, and we have your back now. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years. Bygoff and Rohde. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Here's the choice. Eric Hovde, 4th-generation Wisconsinite, self-made businessman, job creator, and Eric's foundation provides homes that save thousands of children in need. Career politician Tammy Baldwin, 38 years in politics, voted with Biden 95% of the time. Her votes caused prices to soar, and she refused to secure our border. Career politician Tammy Baldwin, she's not working for us anymore. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
Bygoff and Rohde. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years, and we have the #1 personal injury attorney in Eau Claire. Bygoff and Rohde. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The high school track season is heating up. Conference meets are right around the corner. The MVC meet will take place this Saturday, and a few MVC schools were gearing up for it this afternoon in Onalaska. Lots of great competitors on hand for the Onalaska Invitational. We'll start with the 4x800 meter relay on the boys' side. Riverhawks soaring at just under 8 minutes and 49 seconds. On the girls' side, Hilltoppers getting a win on their home track at just over 11:15. Girls 100 meter hurdles now. This was a battle. Holman's Macy Kime on the far right going all out. But Lily Schwark from Wisconsin Dells edges her out at 17.60. On the boys' side, a one-man show in the 110 hurdles. Central's Aaron Polma flying. Nobody within 3 seconds of the Riverhawks senior. Polma comes in at 15.26. Girls 100 meter dash now. Aquinas sophomore Sammy Davis speeding toward the finish line. Onalaska's Eliana Mascotti right there with her, but Davis finishes first at 13.27 seconds. On the boys' side, this one coming down to the wire as well. Central's Cade Larson looking good, but it's Holman's Joel Jackson turning on the Jets. 11.51 for the Vikings senior. He wins it by 0.03 of a second. Some really great competitive races today. We'll have much more from Onalaska coming up at 10. On the pro hardwood, what a night it was for the Timberwolves. Minnesota taking a commanding 2-0 series lead on the road over the defending champs. A dominant 106-80 win in Denver, thanks to some suffocating defense from the Wolves. And they got it done without their best defensive player, Rudy Gobert, back in Minnesota for the birth of his child. But the Wolves didn't break their focus, and now they're headed home in complete control of this series.
You know, we've had some really, really good defensive efforts this year, but that has to be right up there with the best of them. On the ball, off the ball, the physicality.
Team defense. We had to switch the game plan up a little bit. But big shout out to Cat and Nas. They did a great job of not making us have to double tonight. I mean, they was playing straight up, and they played great defense without fouling. So
Minnesota now 6-0 in the playoffs so far. The team will be going back home to Minneapolis for Game 3. They get a couple days off, though, so Friday, Game 3 at home. Target Center is going to be rocking for sure. It's going to be
My
awesome.
mom's coming this weekend. I'll be in Minneapolis. Maybe I should go. Do you think they're sold out?
Maybe, but you can get some tickets on some sites. I don't want to sponsor them because we're not, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but I can show you some websites.
Yeah, well, good for them. Very good for them.
Might be a little expensive, but worth it, though. It's been a while. Timberwolves are playing well, and if they can get past the Nuggets, the defending champs, it's looking good for them.
Without Gobert, too.
No, they'll have Gobert.
Oh, they'll have Gobert. He'll be back Friday.
Ready to go.
Okay, all right. And congratulations to him again. Yep, okay, we'll be right back with another look at your forecast.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Working with Maxwell White was amazing. They were professional, answered all of my questions.
I give Maxwell White my highest possible recommendation.
Maxwell White did a fabulous job on our shower. 5-star plumbing service done right.
Has your pet been diagnosed with a luxating patella or floating kneecap? Forget the inconvenience of travel and expense to a university. Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics in Holmen specializes in using both tibial tuberosity transpositions and block trochleoplasties to safely repair your pet's injury. Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics today.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. Moving piles of earth, towing up to 4,000 pounds, cutting millions of blades of grass. We could keep trying to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Conquer every task on your list. Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
Have you checked your sump pump lately? After a big rain, basement flooding can significantly damage your home. Stay ahead and dry with a call to Maxwell White. We have standard pumps along with battery backup systems in case you lose power. Prevent future damage. Contact Maxwell White today.
All right, we still have the showers and thunderstorms coming through. Kind of that last line, we'll still see some activity, but it all should start to decrease, probably not until about 9 to 10. And then afterwards, we should start seeing some clearing skies. So just keep that in mind for your evening activities. Otherwise, Wednesday looks dry. The rain coming back Wednesday night into early Thursday.
Okay, just got to get through these next couple of hours.
Yes.
All right, stay dry, everyone. We'll see you again at 10.